Welcome to the development of the Philippine education. In this presentation, we will go back to how Philippine education became what it is now. This includes the pre-colonial, Spanish colonization, American colonial, the Japanese occupation, the post-war, and the present Philippine education. The evolution of the Philippine education system is a fascinating journey through various historical periods, each contributing to its current form. In the pre-colonial period, education was informal, non-methodical, and unstructured. Kids received less than academic education or the 3 R's and more vocational training from their parents and tribal tutors' homes. During the pre-colonial era, children learned practical skills from their parents and tribal tutors. Boys were trained in hunting, fishing, and farming, while girls learned household chores and crafts. During the Spanish colonization, significant modifications were made to the pre-Spanish educational system. The Spanish missionaries took the place of the native tutors. Education was focused on religion. It was reserved for the upper class, especially in the early years of Spanish colonization. Later, the Educational Decree of 1863, which mandated building at least one primary school for boys and girls in each town under the local government's jurisdiction, liberalized access to education for Filipinos. It is also commended creating a free public normal school to train men as teachers, supervised by the Jesuits. Americans established a secular for public school system in the early days of the American colonial period. English became the medium of instruction and education was made accessible to a broader population. The Tamasites, American teachers, played a significant role in this transformation. During this period, the Philippine Commission sent teachers from the United States to the Philippines to establish an educational system named after the ship that transported them. The United States Army Transport Thomas. The Thomasites expanded to become a powerful force in the colonial project. This work as educators served the imperial vision of assimilating Filipinos into American culture and raising a young generation of followers. During the Spanish occupation, the education system was used to promote Japanese culture and propaganda. However, this period was short-lived and had limited long-term impact. Schools and churches were also used as propaganda tools for the Japanese. Nihongo or Nihongo, the Japanese language, was made compulsory in all schools. In government and private offices, classes in Nihongo were opened to propagate the Japanese language and culture. Japanese Catholic priests were sent to the Philippines to help promote the idea that Japan, being an Asian country, was a friend of all Asian people, including the Filipinos. After gaining independence in 1946, the Philippines focused in rebuilding its education system. The curriculum was revised to include more nationalistic content over the past years. Various reforms have been implemented to improve the quality and accessibility of education. These past historical developments reflects the dynamic nature of the curriculum in the Philippines, with continuous change to meet the needs of society and the global community, and contribute to its recent developments, the K-12 and Matatag curriculum. As implemented last 2012, the K-12 program added 2 years to the basic education curriculum and aims to provide a more holistic education, employment, and entrepreneurship. It includes the tracks of academic, technical vocational livelihood, sports, and arts. Since there are challenges in the K-12 curriculum, we have the most recent curriculum as of this year, which is the Matatag curriculum, which consists the four essential components. Ma for making the curriculum relevant to produce competent and job-ready, active and responsible citizens. Ta for take steps to accelerate delivery of basic education facilities and services. And another ta for take good care of learners by promoting learner well-being, inclusive education, and a positive learning. And G stands for give support to teachers to teach better. This curriculum prioritizes the following five critical skills: the language, reading and literacy, mathematics, makabansa, and proper behavior and manners. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching.